Second and 6. No, scratch that. Second and 7. Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down. Burrow looking to pass.
Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it.
Shifts by him. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball. And sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 18. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area. But they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. After the penalty, it's Mixon. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Throw left side, complete to Chase.
Touchdown, Bengals!
Jamar Chase.
His second touchdown on the season. And the Bengals take it right down and score on the opening drive.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that makes the score 7-0.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
First carry for Najee Harris.
And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
From the 31, Roethlisberger.
A throw left side, caught by the tight end Freiermuth.
We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Here's 2nd and 9.
Play action. It's Roethlisberger. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Here's Roethlisberger. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. The Bengals drive about to get going.
Early on, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick.
And the Steelers are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
That catch good for only a couple. From the 22, Roethlisberger. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Play action. It's Burrow. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
If there was one knock on Joe Burrow coming out of LSU, it was arm strength, but kind of put those doubts to rest right there.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, Here in the stadium, you can just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big third down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
On third down, Roethlisberger. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line.
So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it.
And the Steelers are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
They go play action now. Roethlisberger. Rush coming, and he's taken down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack.
Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19.
Another try after the first down sack. Roethlisberger eluding the pressure right. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
The Steelers on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 19. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bengals drive about to get going. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
On 2nd and 11 now. Burrow escaping the pressure right. Dumps it off to Mixon. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field, can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down, that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything.
That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase
on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Bengals add on to their lead.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that makes the score 21-0.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
On 2nd and 9, Roethlisberger.
That's swung out wide to Harris.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Roethlisberger now to throw on 3rd down. He gets it complete to Harris. And he's got some space here. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw here, Roethlisberger. Flush to his right. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down. Now it's Roethlisberger. It's brought in by Harris. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Roethlisberger will stay out there, and they're going to go for it on 4th. They're going on 4th down. It's Roethlisberger. And this will be caught by Brown.
And he is trying to get to the marker. Going to depend on the spot, but I'm not sure he got there, and he did not.
Well, that, my friend, I guess is the definition of a head-scratcher. 4th and long, this stage of the game. What were they doing?
I just have to believe that he looked at the situation, still in the first half, decided there's a time to be aggressive. Now was it, because there's still time to make up for it if things don't go right. Of course, a lot of questions on this one, and look, I want to go for it as much as anyone.
But 4th and long?
Yeah, I don't think I would have there. That one seemed a little bit on the irrational side.
Fans might be a little angry at that one. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Burrow on play action. Airing one out for Boyd. And this is taken in at the 5. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Burrow will throw. Touchdown! Tyler Boyd as the first half is winding down.
And the Bengals will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And a rout is on here in this first half.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive,
as they'll take over with just 13 seconds to go before the break.
Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. 13 seconds, the time remaining in the half as they come up on 1st down. Roethlisberger.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Vernon Hargreaves with a pick.
Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Here's Roethlisberger. He finds his man, complete. That's Harris. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
57, Mike, 57. All you get is a alert, alert. Check.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Harris. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Roethlisberger. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Now it's Burrow.
And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Watch the run, watch the run. Mike 55, Mike 55.
They'll give it to Mixon. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Another try for Mixon. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness. Think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't...
And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it.
And the Steelers are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. Well, baseball folks, Charles, they like to talk about the 3 true outcomes, a strikeout, a walk, or a home run. But for this quarterback, it's been the 2 true outcomes here. He's got 4 touchdown passes, but now a 3rd interception.
And it pains you to think that you have to try and tell him to rein it in. But at the same time, you can't just chuck it up there and hope for the best. And old school football coaches will tell you there's 3 true outcomes throwing the ball, and 2 of them are bad.
Flushed out right. He finds his man complete. That's Harris. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Now Roethlisberger. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Ben to throw again. That's complete into the hands of Myers. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Sam Hubbard. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. He's going deep for Brown. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick.
So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Carl Joseph up from his safety spot to make the play.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 10.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
That's the tight end Hurst with it. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. A few moving pieces on that play because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman can wander downfield. And if you're more than a yard downfield, it's illegal to throw the football at that point.
And this is caught inside the 5. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds.
A lot of deflated looks on that defense. It seems like they just cannot find a way to get a key stop on 3rd down. Here's another conversion, and now this offense, they're in a position to go up even further as they've got it 1st and goal.
And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter of play. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Third and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. Burrow bats it forward. It's a jet sweep.
Yeah, this is going to depend on the spot, but I believe he might be a few inches short.
It's now 4th and goal.
The offense is going to stay out there. We'll see what the play call is. They need to find the right one here on 4th and goal. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And they're going to go for this thing. They're not going to leave anything to chance. They're going to roll the dice on 4th and goal. They run for it with Mixon. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
Joe Mixon.
His first touchdown here of the new campaign.
And the Bengals look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that will extend this big lead.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
The drive starts with a completion left side. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now Roethlisberger to throw. Eluding the pressure right. That's caught by Myers. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
And in for the Steelers touchdown.
Najee Harris.
His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Steelers are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Are you? You're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Certainly not what they wanted there, so the football by rule comes out to the 40.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
52 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
Now Joe Mixon. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be third down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
A big connection on that one. 32 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. The quick slant caught. Touchdown, Bengals.
Jamar Chase.
A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals just continue to pour it on.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead will swell by one more.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile.
Roethlisberger's throw complete there to Johnson.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A big play that time on the catch and run. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Roethlisberger. Here's Johnson with a reception. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown. But they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Boswell for the extra point. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. They're in control here as they start 1st and 10 and appearing to have righted the ship following that 2-game losing streak. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
How about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield, and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. This is caught, it's Boyd. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
11 MT.
Mixon with a first down carry. Room here to run. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
77 yards rushing for him now as he's done it on 19 carries. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. A handoff running left, Mixon.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Bengals, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they'll return home next week to take on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers.